right, so here we are. We're starting chapter 3. Starting chapter 3, human reproduction, reproductive systems. We just played bingo, and we went over how to pronounce these words here. So these words will be coming up throughout the lessons as we move through chapter 3. So I hope you enjoyed your penis bingo game. Yeah. That's apparently what we called it. And so we are obviously in the human reproduction chapter. So on the notes that you have in front of you, we're going to fill in some blanks on the first or second page there. Please note that the textbook page is there, and also videos and resources and stuff will be on MrMathWell.com, which the link is in your notes. Okay, so puberty. All right, so chapter 3 starts off with a little talk about puberty, which is a stage of life that you guys are probably all in right now, so you know a little bit more about how this actually plays out. Let's learn about it. Let's learn what happens and some of the effects, and let's increase our knowledge here on the subject. So males and females are both born with sex organs, but reproduction is not possible until our bodies start sending instructions to produce gametes. All right, so in this first paragraph, you're going to want to fill in the blanks, organs here, sex organs. We're all born with sex organs, but those organs are not functional. We cannot reproduce until our bodies start sending the appropriate instructions, okay, to produce gametes. Now, we talked about gametes, how those are the sex cells that have half the genetic information. They are prepared and ready to unite with another gamete that has the other half of the genetic information to produce the offspring there. Okay, so puberty is a stage of life where you have new hormones and as physical growth and development of all sorts of things. Lots of changes as probably many of you at your age have been experiencing. We all go through it, and it's a wonderful thing that we can progress towards full maturity. But it can be kind of a tough time too. There's lots of different things going on. So the next statement there, puberty is the period of physical growth. Okay, obviously you do grow physically quite a bit during this time. And also development in other areas, and development that specifically matures the sex organs. And obviously we're going to be studying the parts of those reproductive systems that make this possible. And so the final sort of maturing stage into adult form of the sexually reproducing organs. This is when our body starts producing gametes. Okay? So you are born with the equipment to reproduce, but it's not until puberty where those where that system is actually starts to mature and be functional. Yeah. Okay. Hormones. Okay, so here's your first blank here, this paragraph. Hormones are chemicals that give instructions to our cells to respond in certain ways. All right, so these are chemicals in our body that actually, in the presence of certain hormones, now our cells and our genes sort of like trigger, and we have certain responses. The follicle stimulating hormone, FSH, and maybe you've heard this word follicle before, like a hair follicle, that's where you've probably heard that before, is produced in the brain, this hormone, and is circulated throughout the body. So the destination of this hormone is the gonads, the gamete-producing organs in both males and females. Okay, in males, the gonads are called testes, okay, and in females, they're called ovaries. Testosterone is the hormone in males that produces the secondary male sex characteristics. So I think it's secondary is your blank here, such as broad shoulders, deeper voice, and body hair. The main hormone in females, hormones there's two of them, estrogen and progesterone. Estrogen and progesterone. These hormones produce secondary female characteristics, also such as body hair and fat deposits in the hips and breasts. Okay, so there are secondary sex characteristics that differentiate both male and female. Okay, so puberty is the time in your life where you have hormones now, and you've probably heard the offhanded comments, oh, there's hormones raging through my son. I don't know what's going on. Parents are like, oh, well, what's going on? My child is changing a lot. Well, yeah, your body does change quite a bit, and not only physically, but emotionally, right? Psychologically, your interactions with people. How you feel about things and how you respond to things, all of that is changing, and there are a lot of changes happening in your body. So you guys probably are experiencing that a little bit, but know that it's a natural process, and yeah, it does take some maturity to understand and to deal with, and it's a wonderful thing. So the class is over here now. It's just a short intro to this. We played that bingo game, and we're just introducing human development. So you can put your notes away, and we will continue chapter 3 next class.